everyone, Shabby Gaming here, and welcome back to the Gibraltar Challenge here on Football Manager 2016. Now this is going to be our first match in Division 1, our first match of the season. We are taking on the champions, Europa FC. They are the favourites for this one, and yeah, injury-wise, we've been hit hard on this one, I tell you. We have been definitely hit hard. We've lost quite a few of our first team players. As you can see, there's a few on the bench. Monte Griffo's been injured, only just come back, not fit. Sanchez Lobaton is on the bench, not fit. We've struggled on this one, but the team we have got, we've got McDonald in goal, Callum McDonald, no choice because our other goalkeeper is injured. We are playing Alex Ross at left back, since our left back we brought in Donis is injured. We're going to play Cooper, who's now got 2 caps, of course, for Gibraltar, if you did watch the last episode. And Joyce at centre back alongside him. Joyce, a player I think we're going to get a lot out of this year. I think he's a very good player. Right back, we're going to stick with Matindo. We had a good season last year. I think there's a lot more potential to come out of him than what there is at the moment. In the middle, we have Yaboa, who had a great debut at the end of last season. He's going to be lining up alongside Dominguez Alvarez, again a very good player. Our Frost has been injured as well. Of course, he was injured on the last episode. When he was playing, well, he wasn't even playing, he was training with the Gibraltar national side. We're going to play Cortez at left midfield. Still quite dangerous there, I think. Casquero making his debut at right midfield. And up front we have Hulk, of course our talisman, going to score a lot of goals this year. And alongside him we have got Jack Peachman. He's not going to be one of our first team strikers, Peachman, but I think he's going to get a lot of football this year. I think Lobotan and of course Cortez will be up front. And Monte Griffo probably playing at left midfield. But let's see how we get on. I think we're actually quite good this season. I think we are. I think I tried to tell the players that we could get a mid-table finish, and they were not happy. They said I was being over-ambitious. But I reckon we can finish in the top 5. I really do. And this is going to be a great test for us, playing against the champions. Let's give the fans something to cheer today, and let's tell them that we are calm and we know they got what it takes. That might just help us out, just to get a few more of these players back on side. Hopefully the striker Peachman, because he looks a bit panicky. That does not turn around. He still looks stressed, but hopefully that stress might be enough to really build him up. I'm not expecting a win here, I must admit. I think we're going to do well this season, but playing against Europa FC, the champions. Now I'm not actually sure. Since we are Europa Point and they're Europa FC, if this is a local derby, I've got no idea whatsoever. I'm going to assume that it might be. But I'm also going to assume that this is a very, very big match either way. And I just wish that we could have come into this match with our full, strongest team. But of course, due to injuries, that's just not possible. We have got another game coming up in this episode. We're going to have 2 matches in this episode because I want to bring you another couple of international friendlies. And that'll be in the episode after this. Got Gibraltar playing off against Hong Kong and Estonia. 2 big games. So if we just have 2 episodes in this, 2 matches in this episode, then we'll do the international friendlies, and then we'll get back into another episode with some more big matches in League One. I think we'll do a lot of the early matches in this division, and then a bit later on, I'll probably play a few more off camera. And there is a goal. It's scrambled in somehow. It's Callum Williams, who scores the goal. And we lose him 1-0 after 20 minutes. Bit disappointing. See the fans in the away end are not impressed. We've absolutely packed out that away end. We always seem to pack out the away end. And there's quite a lot of fans in the home end as well. I'm hoping this year we can get a lot more money through gate receipts. Our actual wage budget has been increased by £3,000 a week, which is last season. Our wage budget was £2,500 a week, and now it's £5,500. I can't believe how much of an increase they've given us. Cortez with the ball in. There's Peachman. It looped, but it was saved. So it looks like we are offering something. But can we offer enough to pick up some points here today? Even a single point would be great. Because like I said, this is going to be one of the teams at the top of the table. So if we can stop them breaking away points-wise from us in the league, then who knows? We might be able to catch them up a bit. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not, as there's a great goal there by May. Carl May, great goal. 2nd goal of the season. I think we're one of the last teams to play again. It's not going well, is it? Oh, oh well. It's not over yet. There's still a chance to come back into this one. Because I don't know if we're just playing a bit too attacking. Let's just try and do counter attack instead. Let's see if that works. And let's try going a little bit higher tempo. Let's try that and see what happens. Hulk is in. Takes a shot and it's off the key. Oh, it's off the post. Nearly got back into it there and then. There's still a possibility we could do. It's been a hot highlight. It's been quite a busy match, this one. But unfortunately, we are losing 2-0. And we lost quite a few 2-0 victory. We lost quite a few sort of 2-0 leads last year. So I'm wondering whether we could try and use some of that karma and get back into a game ourselves. They're just playing it around us far too easily. Brian now with the ball. Crosses it in. Cabrera takes a shot. Good save, McDonald, and Cooper clears. It's not going well, is it? It's not going well. Where's the weak spot? No one seems to be playing badly. Alex Ross is the lowest at 6.4 at the moment. Callum McDonald is the highest on a 7.1, which is what you expect. He's saved quite a few shots so far, even if he has conceded 2 goals. And Cooper has been booked. I just don't know where the weakness is. Alex Ross has gone down to a 6.3 now. Maybe he's the weak link. I wasn't too happy about bringing him in, to tell the truth. I was hoping to... I have actually signed... I'll show you in between these matches. I've signed another left back, but I signed him after the... I signed him after the deadline, so he's not going to come in until December, but he looks like quite a good player. So let's... It's disappointing. I expect a better showing in the second half. And I do. Everyone's motivated now. That's pretty good. That's good. We've got them motivated. Let's see if we can build on that motivation. Might have to think about making some substitutions at some point, because 2-0 down, we're not out of the game. Alvarez plays it in. There's Hulk. Plays it out wide to Casquero. Can he get it in the box? And he loses it. Oh, come on, Casquero. I know it's your debut, but you're one of our best players. You're being paid a lot more than some of these other players as well. Don't tell them, whatever you do. They'll be very, very disappointed if they know they're being paid a lot less than you. So at 55 minutes, I think we're going to need to make a little bit of a change. Now let's have a quick look. What can we do? What can we do? I'm thinking Cortez up front, because Cortez is a fantastic player up front. Target man should we go for? Yeah, let's keep him at target man. It seems to work. And we'll bring on Montegriffo, who's abysmal morale. That's not very good at all, is it? Is there anything else that might spark this match into life? Maybe playing... I don't want to take Hulk off though. Maybe that might be enough. You know, let's just do that for now. Bring on Montegriffo. Montegriffo got a lot of assists last year. And I'm hoping with the likes of Hulk and Cortez both up front, Montegriffo is just going to be assisting so much. He's got some fantastic strikers to play the ball to. I am trying to retrain him because he's just a left midfielder at the moment, so I'm trying to retrain him into an attacking left midfielder, trying to get a bit more out of him so he can fit our formation. Although it might be off the crossbar. Motindo clears out for a corner. We were almost 3-0 down. 2-0 is not too bad, but I think if we lose 3-0 it might be getting a little bit more embarrassing. That is a terrible corner. It's gone out to Brian. I think that's what he meant to do, but I just don't understand the concept. As Brian is doing well with it though. Montegriffo with a tackle. It's gone out for another corner. Are they going to go deep again like that, or are they going to go into the box? Into the box it goes. Unmarked at the back post, Taylor. But luckily it hit the side netting. Unmarked. Why was it unmarked for? McDonald now with a big kick forward. It's lost. It's gone to Taylor. And again, straight away they're on the attack. Akpovic. Back to Moya. Oh, Ross. Come on, Ross. Oh, Alex Ross. You have been absolutely dire today. You really have. You're coming off the pitch. I don't know if I've got anyone to put in there, but you've got to come off the pitch, I'm afraid. Steve Cooper's going to go there, and Chima's going to come onto the pitch to replace Alex Ross, because he has been terrible. I'm not a big fan of Alex Ross. I didn't want to play him today anyway, but because of injuries we had to. And now he's coming straight off the pitch. Chima's going to come on. I'm not a big fan of Chima either, but he had a decent season for us last year. He played a lot of games. I think when we get our left back back, we're going to be in a bit better position. I can't even talk now. I'm that disappointed I can't even talk. So we're 3-0 down with half an hour left. There's the penalty again. It's difficult to watch. Well, I knew it was going to be a struggle getting promoted. I know we just want to consolidate ourselves this first season, and then hopefully we can build upon what we do this year to really push on and try and do better next year. But then again, it's only one loss. Just because we lose one game does not mean we still can't go on to win the league. So that's something we can definitely have a look at. Is there still a sting in this tail? Can we get a goal back? We want to get as much goals back as we can, because goal difference might become an issue. You never know. Montegriffo to Alvarez to Casquero. Plays it out wide to Matindo. Plays it right deep as well. Right back. Matindo, can you play a big cross? And he does. Goes across to Montegriffo on his debut and he does score. It's 3-1. There's 10 minutes left. You never know. You never know. And it's a great cross by Matindo. And he does quite a lot of that. He likes to hit early crosses, and it works quite a lot. It worked quite a lot last year as well. And Montegriffo with the first goal. He came on as a substitute. And you know what? We're going to have to go for it, aren't we? We're going to have to go for it. Montegriffo again on the ball. He's been a great substitution for us, if I looks of it. He's done pretty well. Casquero, I think he's actually playing on the right hand side, but he seems to be everywhere at the moment. Plays it forward into Hulk. And San Bruno gets it clear to Pickett, who plays a big ball forward, and they're going to try and hit us on the break here by the looks of it. Akrapovic. Francis. Come on, the attacking players are just not getting back quick enough. Cabrera. Across to Francis. Back to Brian. And I wonder if it could be the tactics. I did say it. Oh, come on. That is a dive. He was nowhere near him when he went down. Referee, he was nowhere near him when he went down. What's another penalty? And just to add insult to injury, it's another goal as well. 4-1 to Europa FC over Europa Point. Disappointing first match here in the Gibraltarian First Division. But we were playing against the champions away from home. I still think there's good times to come this season. I'm still saying we're going to finish in the top 5. I really believe that. I mean, we might even have a chance to win the cups. That's going to be an interesting situation. And look how bad the condition are those players. They're really struggling, some of their players. And this looks like it's going to be the final highlight of the match. So we have to see what happens. We have Gibraltar United, I think, coming up after this. In a few days' time, Yeboah through to Cortez to Hulk. Hulk sees the run of Casquero, plays it behind him though. Casquero does manage to keep the ball in the pitch. There's the cross, and Yeboah couldn't get a strike on it. And the keeper has a hold of it, and it looks like we're going to lose 4-1 here. So the goalkeeper kicks the ball free, and no, doesn't even get to kick the ball out. Well, 4-1 loss against Europa FC is not the greatest result we could have asked for. It was a disappointing result. I think we weren't expected to win, but at the same time we didn't want to lose 4-1. We are rock solid bottom of the table. And I think we have a match, like I said, against... I'll have to double check. But we'll go straight to it now. Let's go straight to it. And here we are with our second match of the episode. Europa Point at home against Gibraltar United. And we're actually the favourites for this one. So it gives us an indication roughly where we are in the league, I suppose. We're the last team to play our second game. So if we do win, we'll get fired back up to 4th and 5th place, which is roughly where we want to be towards the end of the season anyway. So it's not looking too bad. And of course, we have made a few changes. We're going to keep the same formation. Cooper's gone out to left back, obviously because we want to get rid of Alex Ross. Joyce stays in centre back as well, and Alion Gonzalez comes back in. Good young player. Good young player. I think we're going to get a lot more of him this year again. Matindo keeps his place at right back. Frank Evans is back. Not necessarily match sharp, but I think he's still going to do a good job for us. And alongside him we have Tristan Sargent, who has just come back from injury as well. Probably, again, lacking a little bit of match sharpness, but hopefully he'll be able to get straight back into things as quick as he can. Then we're having to play Casquero on the right, Montegriffo on the left. He's going to actually start the game this time. He's still not fantastic at being this attacking left midfielder, but I think we can definitely do a good job with him. Hulk up front, of Cortez just playing behind. So they're playing a 4-4-1-1 formation. So I'm pretty much more confident on this one. I don't know why. Just feel a bit more confident. We need to get our morale up a little bit as well, because we're struggling a bit with morale. Let's passionately tell them we've got faith in them all as well. Hopefully that will boost some people up. So we've got Gonzalez, Sargent and Frank Evans all making their first appearance this season, and Montegriffo making his first start. And Montegriffo is the only person to score a goal so far. Well, let's see how we get on. It's a big one. I don't want to lose both matches on this episode. Europa FC, we can settle for a loss against Europa FC. They're the champions. We know they're going to be very, very strong this season. But losing against clubs that are going to be around about mid-table, that's the sort of games we need to be winning. We need to be beating the clubs around us and getting the highest possible finish. Of course, cups are going to be important this year. The Rock Cup especially, because the winner of the Rock Cup does go into the Europa League. And that's a competition that I would love to be in, just to try and boost up our reputation and, of course, boost up our money as well. Because we do want to try and become a professional club as soon as we possibly can, because that's going to really help us. Torreira plays for Gibraltar United. He's the guy who scored a goal against Moldova, I believe. Might be wrong. Cooper, fantastic tackle. And we're just giving the ball away too sloppily here. Gonzalez, a big, big boot forward. Swift heads it back. Evans gets a hold of it. It's to Sargent. Evans and Sargent, I think, this year really going to build a fantastic sort of team in the middle together. Cortez on the ball. Plays it out wide. It's picked up by Matindo, who loves to hit a deep cross, but he plays it forward to Casquero. Casquero's cross comes to Hulk. Hulk went with the shot. Keeper saved. Sargent sees the pass to Montegriffo. The ball bouncing around, pinballing in the area before it's finally cleared, and Joyce picks it up at the back. So it's looking a lot more encouraging. That's the word I'm looking for. This match. As we see another highlight, but they're in control of the ball again. Yeah, a bit of a worry. Tony Ball is back, by the way. He is on the bench. He just wasn't 100% fit, so I didn't want to risk him. He's also been called up once again for the national side for Gibraltar. Like I said, we're going to have another episode straight after this one. It's going to involve the two Gibraltar friendlies against Hong Kong and Estonia. Hopefully we can get a draw. A draw would be fantastic. Matindo plays it back to Gonzalez, forward to Casquero. It's taken off of him. And again, Gibraltar United on the attack. We're being a bit sloppy here today. A bit sloppy down the right hand side, and Gonzalez, great tackle. That's the difference between Gonzalez and Alex Ross. Gonzalez is good, and Ross is not. Montegriffo on the ball. The player with the most assists in Division 1 last year. Hulk to Evans. Oh, it's cut out. Sargent picks it up. Sargent plays it. Ambitious ball over the top to Coates. And Chupolina. Well, he's kept the ball in, but he's given it to Coates. Casquero's on the ball, plays it into Hulk. Hulk scores! Is it onside? Yes, it is onside. It's 1-0. Excellent. Hulk gets his first goal of the season. Casquero gets his first assist of the season. And their defender made a bit of a cock-up there. Kept the ball in, and I'm sure he's offside, you know. I'm sure he's offside, but I'm not going to say anything. We're going to get the goal. And you see the crowd is quite big. We're getting higher attendances now, which is definitely going to help us out with the money. We've lost a lot of money over the summer because we're playing wages, but we're not actually playing any matches. So getting the gate receipts in every week is going to really help us out monetary-wise. I'm not spending, although we've got $5.5 a week wage budget, I'm not spending anywhere near that. I think I'm spending about $3 a week, but we're still making a loss. We have signed some new sponsorship deals, I think. I think we're getting $10 a year from our shirt sponsors, $6 a year from stadium sponsors and that, I think. So it's not too bad. 1-0 lead at half time. I'm happy enough with that. So let's say you're doing well, but you're capable of even better. Motivated a couple of players. Tony Ball. I don't really want to risk bringing Tony Ball on. Lobatan's on the bench. We could bring him on at some point. Jack Yeboah is pretty good. Isaac Carrito's good. Got a pretty strong team this season. I'm hoping that first match might have just been a blip. I'm hoping that's not the normal situation that's going to occur. I think normally we're going to be quite even with a lot of teams in this league, and it's going to be down to form and things like that to see who goes on and does well, I think. Of course, I'm assuming that Lincoln Red Imps and Europa FC are going to be the two teams fighting out for the championship once again. And I'm hoping we're going to be around about the 3rd, 4th place, just behind them. I don't think we'll be challenging for the title, but I think we can definitely do well. We can really just improve our standings in the league. Casquero now plays it back to Matindo. We know Matindo likes to hit a deep cross from this position. Plays it across to Evans. Evans to Casquero. Casquero back to Evans. Evans back to Casquero. We're really struggling to break them down. They've got a lot of men behind the ball. That's probably why we're struggling. Casquero plays it back all the way to Joyce. Joyce across to the left back Cooper, who is really becoming a very, very good player for club and country. Monty Griffo sees the slide ball through to Hulk, and a great save there by Chino. Monty Griffo nearly got himself another assist to add to his tally from last season. It's Monty Griffo going to take the corner. Loops it in nicely, and Joyce nearly got his head on it. And Torreya brings it out. Joint top goal scorer in Gibraltar's history, Torreya. He scored 1. Oh, they're broken through. Campoy Lopez. Great ball into Villata. Great tackle, but Lopez at the open goal, and McDonald, a fantastic save. Oh, McDonald, you could have just saved us the 3 points here. It's another corner for us. It's going to be taken by Casquero this time. Joyce again got on it, but he puts it wide. And I'll tell you what, highlights coming thick and fast now. I'm hoping they're going to come in our way again. Joyce, great defensive header, comes back to Catania. Forward, and Cooper cuts it out, gives it to Sargent. Sargent across to Evans. Evans sees the run of Cortez over the top. Beautiful ball. And Cortez can't score. Chino saves again. Chino's having a great game in goal for them. Matindo. Pass gets cut out. I think we have to make some substitutions soon. I think Sargent and Evans and Joyce might be struggling. I think Sargent and Evans, the first game's back after injury. Monty Griffo might not be able to pull off a full 90 minutes as well. Of course, we do have an international break coming up, and quite a few of these guys aren't in the international squad, so I might be able to leave a few in for now, actually. McDonald plays it forward. Straight to Hulk, who chests it down. He's in so much space. He's been caught up now. Hulk sees the run of Monty Griffo on the outside. Griffo picks the ball up, crosses it in. And there's Hulk. It's off the crossbar, and Chino grabs a hold. Oh, I hope we don't live to regret all these missed chances. There's a distinct possibility we could end up doing so. Matindo, great defensive header. And Joyce plays it across to Cooper. Cooper plays it out to Griffo. And we're doing very well on this left-hand side. It seems to be our strongest position at the moment. Griffo again. Cuts it into Sargent. Sargent to Hulk. Hulk sees the run of Sargent. Plays it back in. Sargent sees the run of Evans. Evans, oh, another great save by Chino. Chino's been fantastic in this game for Gibraltar United. It's another corner. We're piling on the pressure. Eventually we've got to score, surely. The ball's going to come back out, but it's been picked up by Lopez Rico, and we've left not many people back. Only one. And he's just completely spanked that. No idea why he's hit it that hard. Come on, Matindo, get the clear. He passes it back to Callum McDonald safely. Right, so I think it is about time we made some substitutions now, and it's another corner to us by the looks of it. I'm thinking bringing Cortez. Cortez plays on the left, doesn't he? Yeah, I'm thinking bringing Cortez back in place of Monty Griffo. Bringing Monty Griffo off for Lobotan. Yeboah on for Sargent. And Carito on for Evans. Don't want to risk getting either of those two injured again. So 20 minutes left. We're going to bring on probably a bit more experience than talent. I think we're taking off more talented players, bringing on experience. Sargent sees Cortez, but surely that's offside. But Chino again with another fantastic save. This guy is an absolute demon in goal. The thing is, he's only given him a 6.7 rating so far, but he's been absolutely fantastic. Casquero, we are really dominating this match now. This is the sort of thing I was hoping to see when we got promoted. Not Not performances like that one against Europa FC. Casquero with a pass in. It's a terrible pass. It's cut up by Rui Motta. And they're just lumping the ball forward now. It's not working for him. Joyce plays it back forward to Yeboah, who had a fantastic debut end of last season. Lobaton, it's a bad pass again. Lopez cuts it out. Brings it forward to Villanta. I think that's it. Gonzalez heads it back nicely to Matindo. Matindo plays a big ball over the top, and Lobaton has gotten the end of it. He's got a lot of space up there on the right-hand side. Can he get the cross in? He does. It's the Hulk. It's a good save by Chino, but Cortez is there to knock it into the back of the net. And poor old Chino's had an absolutely fantastic game, but eventually it was just far too much for him, and Europa Point take a 2-0 lead. What another fantastic save by Chino from the volley from Hulk, but he couldn't get back up to his feet to save the one from Cortez. 2-0. That's going to put us right back where we want to be, roughly in the table. Up at about the mid-table position, which is what we're looking for. I don't want to finish any lower than 5th really this season. In fairness, not getting relegated is obviously the main target, but I think finishing 4th or 5th is what a realistic target should be, I think. We've got a very good team for this league. We brought some real good talent through with us. And as you can see, we're finally getting ourselves our first win of the First Division. Although they are on the... No. Cortez cuts out that throw-in beautifully. Sees the run again of Lobaton. This is how they got their second goal. Lobaton again on lots of space out on the right-hand side. There's a great cross in. Catania heads it clear to Villalta with a big ball, but Matindo cuts it out, and now Carrito's on there. Carrito back to Joyce. And I think we're just playing down the clock now. Cooper forward to Yeboah. Forward to Hulk, but it's cut out by Motta. And again, Joyce with another. Joyce has had a very good game, actually. I think he's a really good defender. I think he's a bit undervalued. If I ever pick, ask the assistant to pick my team, Joyce is never anywhere near it. But I just think he's a really good player. I know he's only one of our youngsters still, but I think he's got a chance of really developing well in this team. And there we go, 2-0 victory for Europa Point over Gibraltar United. And that bad start may have just been a blip this season. Tristan Sargent gets man of the match, even though he came off in the 71st minute. So I'm very happy with that result. Well done, lads. Hopefully that should get the morale up a little bit as well. Morale's been struggling. And we're up into 6th place now. 3 points after 2 games. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm going to have a quick look at the schedule now. Of course, our next episode, like I said, will be our 2 international friendly matches against Hong Kong and Estonia. We're watching both of those. And then we'll come back for matches against Angels, Lincoln Red Imps and Lions. So that's going to be not our next episode, but the episode after Angels, Lincoln and Lions. Our next episode will be the 2 international friendlies. So I hope you have enjoyed this one. It's been a bit of a mixed one. We got humiliated a little bit in a loss 4-1 to Europa FC, but we managed to come back with a decent win against Gibraltar United. Like I said, I don't think there's much risk of us being relegated this year, but I don't think there's much risk of us winning the league either. I think we're going to be very much mid-table this year, just trying to lock ourselves into a place in the First Division, then just slowly build on it. And I think we'll do really well in the next few years, especially when more regen date comes through and we get some more fantastic players like we did last year. So, of course, if you have enjoyed this episode, be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. And, of course, subscribe for a lot more of this Project Gibraltar. I'm really enjoying it now. And I really can't wait to get on and do some more of it. So, thank you very much for watching. I've been Shabby Gamer, and goodbye.